listening to Your Worst Friend with Shane and Matt. I'm Matt, and I'm joined today by the sexy, the beautiful, the intelligent, the cocksucker extraordinaire, Shane. And
Yo.
we're joined by our guest. You might know
Why
her.
did you do that, man?
You might know her from her billboard in Times Square, right? Is that what we're doing? Is it a bus stop one, and then you
Congrats.
put up a big one as well?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we will get into that. You can follow her everywhere on Instagram, Kiki the Snack, Twitter and OnlyFans, Klout Kiki. That's KLOUTKIKI. Many
Yes.
vids, just search her, Kiki Klout. And on
Yes.
TikTok, before it gets booted, Kiki the Snack with two Ks at the end, KIKI, the Snack, SNACKK. Kiki Klout joins us today. Thank you very much for coming on.
That's me. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. Yeah, no, I always like to throw a little, I think that's going to be the new thing from now on. I'm going to say something that sounds very sexual towards the guest we're having, and it's going to be directed at Shane, and then we just kind of go, oh, yeah, by the way, Kiki Klout's here. Now, Kiki Klout, in case you don't know her, you're living under a rock. Shane, you're a big subscriber of New Zealand Playboy, right?
Oh yeah, I got a whole stack of them.
I think you
Yeah?
missed... No. I think you missed the June 2022 issue, though, right, Shane?
Oh yeah, that's the one I have in the slipcase that I leave on display in my kitchen for guests when they come in.
Okay, good. Well, you might know the Playmate of the Month for June 2022 in New Zealand Playboy, Kiki Klout. She also won her... Now, is this your first major porn award that you won?
Oh my God, yeah. Like, literally, I was so shook. So, it's so crazy how it happened, too, because it happened so fast, because the event, like, everything happened so quickly. Like, literally, you know how, like, they're supposed to read off the nominees? Well, I was the first category, and the guy, I guess, wasn't instructed or forgot to name off the nominees before he announced the winner. And so I'm standing there literally, and I hear my name, and I'm looking around, and everybody's turned around looking at me. I'm like, oh my God, I just won.
Kiki Klout won the 2022 Urban X Award for Rising Female Star.
Yes.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I might take 1% of credit for that. Okay? Here's why I might...
for me.
I did vote for you, but
Thanks.
I was on edibles at about 3 a.m, and I start looking at all of the posts that were being made for the Urban X Awards, and I go, these are nice, and I appreciate what Erica, your PR person, does. She works with us as well. Love her to death.
I love Erica.
I can do better. And I pull up a template, and I start dropping in names and pictures. So the template that was going around social media and has made it to the websites and whatever was done by me at 3 a.m. on edibles, messaging Erica going, hey, take this. Just post this. Do this one instead. Post this. So if you got any social media traction off of that, 0.001% right here. You're welcome.
Thank
you.
you.
That's the last
I
time
appreciate
Erica
that.
ever uses anything from you.
Erica will never use anything from me again because I just took credit for it on this thing here.
It's okay.
Kiki, can you tell us how you got into the industry to start with?
So, I got into the industry around 2018 of September. Actually, my porn anniversary just passed. I completely forgot about that. So I officially have been in porn for 4 years, which is crazy.
There you go.
Which is absolutely crazy. Wow. 4 years. Holy fuck. But I Googled, I was like, one day I'm tired of being a stripper. I want to make some money. I want to be on camera. I'm going to do sex work the rest of my life. Let's go full force with it. And that's what I did. I basically did research, found this website called Sexy Jobs. And here I am 4 years later. My agent found me, flew me into Florida, and I haven't fucking left.
There you go. There you go. Where were you originally from, if I can ask that?
I'm from Florida originally, but I was living in Philly at the time.
Oh, okay. Jersey here.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm very familiar with those areas.
Okay.
So, but yeah, no, I lived in Philly for about 6 months. Crazy time, but yeah, I was like, fuck this place, and I want to do porn, and I knew it would give me the opportunity to travel, and it's crazy that now I'm doing it. So, yeah.
Sure. Let me ask you, you said it's your 4-year porniversary. What are, this is going to sound like an insult at first. I swear to God it's not, because I'll explain it. What are porn years like dog years? And let me explain it this way. 1 year in porn, how much more do you learn than a normal person learns when it comes to managing business, when it comes to managing social media, when it comes to managing marketing? Like, are you getting 7 years worth of a normal person's experience in 1 year? Or is it like a quick progression? Like the first year's rough. Second year, you start to get it more. Third year, you're just dominating. Because I'll say your social media game is off the charts. I mean, you post funny shit multiple times a day. It'd be so funny if she just has some nerd posting that stuff for her. She's like,
No,
put
it's
something funny
actually
out, nerd.
me.
She
Oh,
just
wow.
pulls,
It's
she pulls a titty out and
me.
shows them and goes, go again, nerd. Post something
No,
funny.
it's actually me. I stay on top of my social medias, and you know what? It's I don't know. It's fun. It's fun to like fuck around with people,
Sure.
get reactions. Like I don't know.
Sure. Have you always been that funny though, or is it something you had to? Not even funny. Have you always been that good at social media? Because it is funny, but it's also you post
You
quality
know,
stuff. You draw people in. You retweet shit that gets people talking and gets people interested. I responded to 3 things this week
It's networking.
on random things, and I looked at it and went, "Oh, this originally started from Kiki. She was the one who like retweeted it and got a conversation going." So were you always good at this kind of stuff, or did you have to get good at this kind of stuff?
you know, me and Violet Myers used to sit in the room and like literally back when we lived in Brian's house and smoke hella weed. Like we would be thinking of the dumbest shit. Like, oh my God, like high as fuck and be like, hey, let's take a picture with a slice of pizza on our ass and post it to Twitter.
Okay, well, yeah, that
Like,
makes a lot of sense then. Yeah.
like stupid shit. Be like, who doesn't love pizza and who doesn't love pussy? Like, put them together and post it. And
Pussy.
I don't know, literally. So no, like I don't know. I gotta give the weed the credit.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
All right.
Because I
So
think about like, does your mind ever ponder somewhere else that's completely like one of the weirdest things you could think about because you're just so stoned out of your mind?
yeah, making social media flyers for Erica at 3 a.m. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've been there. You've been there. You know what I'm talking about. That
For
like
sure.
I don't know, but it's great. It's great.
Why don't we eat more lizards?
What?
We do. People in Florida do like gators.
Oh yeah, well but why not more like worldwide? You'd think it's like a good source of protein and stuff. This is the kind of things I think of when I'm high.
You know, I don't
Okay.
I don't think I would. I don't think I would because I'm a little bit of a girly girl and that's kind of gross. But I don't know.
I feel like
if that's what you think about.
I feel like if having all the cows and pigs is bad for the environment, maybe try raising some lizards. Yeah, see about eating some lizards.
That's what Shane does. Yeah.
Done.
That's what I think.
That's what Shane thinks about.
I'm done.
She's done.
She's done.
She's
out.
done. She's out. She's done. That was a great interview. Go ahead.
How'd you? Oh, there she goes. So how'd you end up doing New Zealand Playboy? How does that work? Do you get approached by a like Playboy headquarters and then?
No. I met a photographer and he was like, I shoot for Playboy, blah blah blah. I do the magazines, and I was like, all right, cool. Show me your work. He showed me his work. The girls he worked with, I was like, okay, gotcha. And then he sent me off to Playboy, asked him if I would be approved, and here I am. I got approved.
That's awesome.
So do you have any idea what goes into the decision process of like who goes to New Zealand, who goes to Switzerland?
No, I didn't go. I shot it here in America.
Right, but what like so do they just have like do they put you in like a file of girls or something and it's like, oh,
no,
we need
you
a
can
girl
pick.
for
You can pick what they pitch you for. You can
Okay.
pick the country. Yeah, you can pick.
Wow.
Yeah, you can pick.
So did you pick New Zealand?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I
There you
did.
go.
I did. No,
How
I
come?
did. Honestly, I like Australians.
That's
Okay.
not Australia though. That's
I
a
know,
completely
it's not.
different country.
Close.
It's not. You're right. You're right. It's not, but it's the same. It's Australia Mag too if you Google it up. It's the same.
It's I'm racist against Australians, so you're totally good. They're all
we
the same to
prefer
me
New
over there.
Zealanders. Yeah.
No. They're New Zealanders, Australians, all same thing to me. But you should go and try and pick up the June 2022 copy of New Zealand Playboy. I'm gonna have it, and I'm gonna eventually get it signed by you. When I believe, are you going to Exotica this year?
Most definitely. I'll be at Bad Dragon in New Jersey, DC, and everywhere else.
There you go. You can pass the sewage smell in Secaucus. So back to your first scene. No, let me pause real quick. So New Zealand, actually, Shane had an interesting point. I looked online. I was trying to find, and if you're not comfortable saying this, I'm totally cool too. You are listed as sexy Latina everywhere, sexy Latina, sexy Latina. Can I ask what kind of Latina?
I'm Panamanian. I don't speak Spanish, so I'm whitewashed, but I'm Panamanian.
That's okay. I barely speak English, so it's fine. You're good. So do they have a Playboy in Panama or no?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It is awesome. Like those New Zealanders are like now opening this up and seeing this sexy ass fucking Panamanian girl. Like, damn, Jesus Christ, they got girls like this in the world.
Right.
We have her 6'3" tall blonde girl. No, that's like Norway and shit like that. I don't even know what they have in New Zealand.
Switzerland. Switzerland has the big women.
The big women.
It's a whole country of Joslyn Janes.
Okay, so we finally have it. Panamanian. Wonderful. Everywhere is listed as sexy Latina. And I was like, what kind though, guys? Let's not be racist about this. Let's break her down specifically.
Right? Maybe we got to tell Erica, hey, Erica, from now on in the press releases, it's sexy Panamanian.
That I would say that's a good idea. I would say that's a good idea. So Kiki, your first scene, what do you remember who it was with? Do you remember like your first mainstream scene?
My first mainstream scene was shot her first with Hussy Models, and I was so excited about it. I was pumped. Like literally, I was like, I'm gonna do this. I don't care. I'm not nervous. I'm not shy. Like, let's get this done. I was excited.
Sure. And what was it? Just a standard boy girl scene, or was it?
Yeah, I was a standard boy girl. It was a standard boy girl. I think it was the me making the money and being on camp. I don't know. It was exhilarating.
Sure. I mean, there was no nerves going into that, though. You weren't like, let's put it this way. Maybe you're not nervous to fuck someone on camera, but are you worried at all about positions or like learning how to act properly?
Performance, yeah.
I wasn't at all.
She's that good.
I literally had 0% I think the only thing that I might have been nervous about was how my makeup was going to come out.
There you go.
Other than that, I didn't give a fuck. Like, I was ready to take on the world. I'm not even bullshitting. Like, if you watch my first scene, you would understand why. You would see this cute little 23-year-old come in and shooting some porn. Like, I was so excited about it.
So now you said before that you were a dancer. Were you a dancer in Philly?
Oh yeah, I danced I've danced basically from West Coast to East Coast now, but I used to dance in Delco at Lou Turks. I used to dance at Penthouse in Philly before they closed it down. I've Risque off I can't remember what road that is. It's a major highway, but it's like by Cottman Avenue in Philly. I danced there. Now I've danced in
college. We used to go to Daydreams. Do you remember Daydreams at all?
I know exactly where that's on the west side of Philly. I know exactly where it's at.
Yep. In college, we used to go there.
I'm familiar.
Okay, all right. So it sounds like, did you work in only high-end clubs, or were there some like the lower end ones too?
No, I'm not too discriminatory, honestly, because I've definitely been in some low-end clubs that I've made more money at. Honestly, like some of the clientele are just regulars there and like to see new women, and you meet new people, and it's easier to talk to people. And sometimes the smaller clubs, and I gotta show love to them, the small businesses.
Sure. What is proper etiquette? Limps, we're gonna have another girl on that strictly does stripping coming up I think this week we're recording with her. But let me go through some etiquette real quick if we could. What is
Okay.
proper strip club etiquette? Now, the dumb thing, I was 18 years old. My friend turned 18. We drove to strip clubs in Jersey. There's this strip of them in Burlington. Real not great places. I went to the bank beforehand. I got $200 in singles. I learned, hey, they give you singles at the club. You don't have to bring in your own singles. What is etiquette in terms of, again, I don't know the clubs you worked at. I'm just thinking of Daydreams. Are we tipping? Everyone's got to be tipping, right? At all the time. You can't sit back on anything.
Yeah. You gotta. The girls aren't gonna come to you if you're not spending money.
But see, I'm thinking again more the Daydreams thing. There was everyone that would sit at like a horseshoe fucking round thing, right? And what some people would do is sit back in their chair, and they would sit all the way back away from the girl. And when I went there with a bunch of people from work, it was so funny. Everyone from my job, I'm the party host of all this shit, basically. This girl that we brought with us spent $20. This guy over here spent $30. My wife spent $25. I spent $400 and didn't get a single lap dance because I'm tipping out, I'm buying dances for people, I'm this and that. But I'll say one thing, at Daydreams at least, girls come around, boom, you hit them with $1. They ask if you want to see them turn around because it's a fully nude club.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to run low at the end. I don't want to tip this chick, no offense to her, but I'm like running out of cash. And she called me, pardon my French here, a faggot. Now that wasn't a nice thing to call me. But I should have had enough money to tip her.
Was an accurate thing to call you.
I'm not gonna lie, some of them women, like, they're there to make their money.
Totally.
They're there,
totally respect
They're there to make their money. They got bills to pay. So you gotta come in making sure the ladies are taken care of because they're walking around half naked.
That's
so
totally
you should leave as soon as your money runs out.
I wouldn't say necessarily. Well, yeah, if you're broke and you're not going to spend any more money, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, there you go. That's a fair point.
Real shit. Like, don't come and just watch. Like, if you're literally that broke, you should not even be in there buying a drink.
I agree with that 100%.
Like, take your ass the fuck home.
There you go. What was the raunchiest thing you've seen at a strip club, if you don't mind telling us that?
Ooh, I think it wasn't at a strip club, but it was basically like a stripper party.
Okay.
But this bitch put a glow stick in her asshole.
What'd that look like?
How thin was her skin? Did you see it shining through or no?
Oh my god, like it was glowing.
It's like a jack-o'-lantern, you know?
yeah.
Oh my god.
Just
like,
put it in and her mouth glows.
A cyclops jack-o'-lantern.
She was with the shits because she was with the shits. I would have been worried about that stuff breaking in my butthole.
Yeah, sure. We don't know if it's toxic. Who knows where it comes from?
Exactly.
The worst thing I saw, and not worst, obviously, it's all fun, but it's same thing at Daydreams, and they went around the bar, and it was $20, and you could pick, they would spray whipped cream on either the vag, the ass, or a tit, and whatever one you pick, $20, here you go, and then patrons would lick it off, but they wouldn't even like wipe themselves up to go to the next guy.
No, so that's nasty.
If you're sitting in the middle, you're licking some girl's ass who was on stage, which, okay, you know, maybe she's hot, that's great, whatever.
But even still, licking somebody who's on stage, like, kind of gross. It's like,
yeah, I agree with that. And then licking 30 dudes that also were before her. Yeah, that's a great way to get herpes, I think.
You know, the Vikings, they would pass around a bowl of grog and they would all spin at it and then take a sip.
Oh, fuck the Vikings. That shit's gross.
I mean, they were pretty good at pillaging and that other thing.
Okay. So so I do my research. It's gross. I do my research on models, and I was researching that you started out doing, I don't know the proper word, not grimy, because it's not you, but like hardcore stuff, and then you backed away from that, right?
Go ahead.
No, one of our favorite segments to do on our Patreon, which is patreon.com/worstfriendcast, is to watch and get the reactions on a certain type of video. And every time, I have a strong stomach. I could watch anything. I watch beheadings all day. It doesn't bother me. Sounding is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's what all the normal men say.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's what all the guys who don't sound say.
Did you start out? Have you done a sounding video?
I have.
How terrifying! Now, are you actually touching the metal, or are you just kind of standing there looking hot?
No, I shoved the metal rod down his dick hole to the base of whatever the fuck the base was down there, and he nutted while the shaft, the rod, was down his pee hole.
Yo,
Like
how did it come out?
You like literally you jerk it off while the like you're going like this with the.
Oh, I know.
Like how you stir coffee.
He goes, use this metal rod, and she goes, no, I have one of these little green things from Starbucks. I can do this, and he goes, no. I think just this metal rod should be fine.
Oh
so
God.
Are you terrified doing that? Are you feeling?
I was like, please let me know if you're okay. Please let me know. Honestly though, but I was like, it ain't me. I'm getting paid at the end of the day.
You're totally right. But how horrifying would it be if the guy just starts bleeding out of his dick and his eyes roll back? And he falls out of his chair. Like, to me, that's like performing surgery.
He signed paperwork.
Okay, fuck him then.
he signed paperwork stating he was okay with everything we were doing, and it's on camera. And if something happened to him,
he signed a piece of computer paper with a crayon that said, "I want this."
Oh, fuck him then. Who cares? To me, it's just so. Look. I make anyone that wants to get off any way they want to get off, as long as it's legal, no animals, no kids, I'm totally fine with it. But that one just freaks me out so much.
I think
so much could go wrong.
I know the origin of sounding. I just figured it out. It was a medieval torture method until a guy busted a nut when they jammed the rod in his dick. And then the church was like, all right, no more of this. This is an abomination. It's banned. So then everybody was like, well, geez, I wonder why they banned it. So just like anything else, homosexuality or jerking off or whatever, they got to try it now. So then a bunch of dudes started jamming rods in their dick and started coming. And they were like, oh, that's why they banned it. It's probably a torture first.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
that's not it.
We watched one once.
No, that's not it. Because when guys see a hole, they want to stick shit in it. That's all.
They do.
That's how it goes.
They do.
So will you'll never go back to that kind of extreme stuff, or no?
I sell really well in it, and I've done it before. I'm not opposed to it. But I shoot a lot more mainstream porn now. Back then I was kind of taking shoots because I had a good look for it and I was trying to shoot anything I could. But now I get booked for mainstream stuff. So it's I wouldn't necessarily say it's the position that or it's the image I don't want to give myself, because I've kind of already given it in the earlier years of my career. But now I'm becoming a little bit more glamorized, so I want to kind of limit the stuff. Like, I don't think I want to be bound up by rope or unless it was like 50 Shades of Grey sexy.
Sure.
I want the sexy hardcore if I'm gonna do it. I don't want the I want to like kill you, like
sure.
hardcore type shit, like dog collar shot. No,
totally fair.
It's just. Yeah, I feel like I found my niche and where I'm going with things, so I probably want to stay in that lane.
And if you want to see her niche, make sure you check out her Instagram, Kiki the Snack.
Yeah,
her
it's
Twitter
funny and cute.
and OnlyFans is Klout Kiki, KLOUTKIKI for both. Many vids, you can go just search Kiki Klout. And TikTok, before it gets booted, because the Chinese are going to pull that, Kiki the Snack with 2 Ks at the end. They are going to pull that. You are too sexy to have a TikTok. I'm sorry.
You're too sexy for the Chinese.
It's
Sorry.
It's
It's
these
for
titties.
that's what it is. It's the
the
titties. I
titties.
know.
Yeah.
You if you are not like, doing a silly dance as a child or setting something on fire, TikTok doesn't want you. That's how it
Yeah.
is. Okay, so you've said that you like the glam aspect. Do you like shooting? Okay, there's no disrespect to you. All of your scenes are wonderful. There's no disrespect to the industry. I'm a pig. I like the stuff that's just getting right into it. Okay, Gonzo work, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Do you like the acting aspect beforehand? Do you like the
You know
story, the
what?
build up?
Yes, I do actually. I kind of want to transition my career. I'm not saying I'm fully leaving porn, but I want to do mainstream acting. It's something I've always had like a really big love for. And I actually took acting classes when I was younger. So I no, that's something I actually do enjoy.
Okay. Okay. So do you see yourself on, again, no comparison between girls here, but on a Sasha Grey type of path, or well, I guess a Bella Danger's more just like getting into the industry, but I haven't really seen her act. But Sasha
Mhm.
Grey definitely did Entourage and stuff like that. They made that transition pretty seamlessly, where there was probably a little bit of stigma at first, where it was a little bit like, oh, I don't know, porn girl, this and that. But now, I mean, Sasha Grey's just accepted as an actress when she does things. Is that the
Yeah.
goal for you long term?
Um, yeah, it really is. That's something that I'm definitely leaning towards. It's it's something that I've wanted to do even before porn. So I feel like taking my audience and driving it to another path in my life is definitely something I could do. I see that. I definitely see that.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Um, Now, before we get out of porn, let's go with this. So we always say, we have a thing called SAK. We do SAK. Every time we've ever asked a girl, hey, what is a fetish or a kink or something that you will not shoot? Inevitably, and we love all the girls we talk to, we've yet to have a bad interview. Inevitably, the girls go like, oh, I don't want to do anything with shit or animals or kids. And we always immediately go like, yeah, no duh.
You can't.
I mean,
Yeah, I
yeah,
can't.
no thanks. We understand. Like, if we got a girl on here who was like, boy, I'd really like to fuck a kid, we'd be like, okay, thank you, goodbye. Click out.
Yeah.
So what is a fetish you desperately want to do or try on scene for the first time, and what is something you absolutely won't do regardless of the pay? Like Sara Jay, we interviewed her early on. She's been offered $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 to do an anal scene. Never done it. Never done one in her life. Never done it in her personal life. Something she just will not do. What is something you would love to do? Meaning, not that you would take a discount, but these people are hitting you up and you're like, shit, have a better offer over here, but I really want to shoot this type of scene. And then the reverse of that, what is something that regardless of money, you're like, nah, I'm not going to do that. That's not my thing.
Um, so nothing against transgender. I'm not biased towards what people like in their lifestyle. I mean, unless they're like a serial killer, like child or animal porn, I'm not for. But um, I'm not. It's something I like. It's like a door I'm leaving closed in my career, and I prefer not work with anybody who does like crossover work for transgender because I feel like that's putting myself in it's opening doors that I don't want to open for myself, and I'm
Sure.
okay with that. And you know what? For anybody who does shoot it, I have nothing against you. Great, good for you, but I just I won't work with you.
Sure.
Um, and something I definitely want to shoot, but I've been waiting and waiting and waiting on is maybe like a gangbang or like a DP. I've kind of been just like chilling off that. So whenever somebody offers me a good budget for that, then maybe I'll pull the trigger. But right now, I could probably wait 10 years and not even shoot it and be okay with that.
Sure. The transgender thing is such a weird topic because you had those incidents of a few girls who were bullied years ago for saying like, "Hey, not interested in crossover stuff." There's some risk with that in terms of testing and whatever else, and I totally respect it either way. I don't give a shit what anyone wants to do. I think it's so funny though that in the industry where people are like, "Hey, just accept everything, and you know, this is about sexual freedom and making your own decision. And Kiki, this is about you having your own decisions and having your own consent. And then if you go like, oh, I don't think I necessarily want to work with trans performers, people would be like, oh, fuck you. What's the deal with that, Kiki? Don't be hateful.
It's
Blah blah blah.
okay to say no, you know, and
That's what I agree with you 100%.
it's your body, your choice, your mind, your everything. And if you don't want to fucking do it, you don't have to fucking do it.
Right.
That's what literally, like, I press that. If you don't want to do something, you are not obligated to do anything you don't want to do. Who gives a fuck what anybody says?
Sure. I agree
Who
with that 100%.
cares?
Yeah. And for the people that do want to do it, good for them. Let them do it. No one's stopping them. This should be about freedom. Again, aside from animals and kids. None of that shit. But yeah, I agree. I think not that anyone has, but if anyone ever gave you shit for that, fuck them. Who cares?
Yeah,
Stay out of my
yeah,
fucking business. Stay out of Kiki's body. You know,
facts.
unless you're a good looking dude. What is the situation outside of porn? No details, but do you have a significant other? Do you date around? Again, I go on your Twitter and sometimes it's like 8 in the morning. You're like, need some dick. I'm like,
Oh
who's even
no!
fucking up right now?
Oh no. I talk.
Okay.
I talk.
Have you ever run into situations where a relationship might be affected by your work?
Oh, all the time. All the
Really?
time. And I tell people I'm not dateable. It's not for the weak. And I've heard from a lot of girls in the industry that they have the same problem I have because not a lot of guys can handle the thought of their woman being with multiple different men. And I feel like men will never understand this, especially when they look at the person as somebody that they genuinely love. And I feel that us women, it's all financial for us. I don't catch feelings while I'm on set. I don't really talk to the person that much when I'm on set. I keep my distance. I'm not grabby, lovey dovey. I'm, hi, I'm Kiki Klout. I'm your talent for today. Here's my test paperwork.
Sure.
Go where I need to go to get ready for my scene, shoot the scene, go home, take my paycheck.
Sure.
Just like that.
Do you understand it from the other side though? You seem like
I
emotionally
do.
intelligent, but go ahead.
I do. I really do. And because I try and put myself in the man's shoes too. If I was a woman on the opposite side and my man did porn, which I know a couple like that in the industry, won't name drop because they just had a baby, congrats to them. I see the same thing where he's a porn star, she's a regular girl. And I could see where that could be an issue, but you know, when you have a trust for somebody and you have loyalty and you guys draw boundaries and you understand each other, I wouldn't see why it wouldn't work. Like I know people who work out, who've been married and are happy, and which is great because it proves all these people who feel like it would never work wrong.
Sure.
Totally.
You know what though? At least you're upfront and you're again emotionally intelligent enough to know. Now you say you're
Yeah.
undateable. You know you're dateable, but I mean looks
I
wise you're
tell them
fucking
that
very dateable, but go ahead.
I tell them that to let them know, like, hey, if you can handle what the fuck I got going on, then cool. But if you can't, then get the fuck out the kitchen.
Sure. No, I understand. That makes sense.
Like,
If you want Kiki, you got to take the whole package. You can't
you
just get a
have to,
part of it.
yeah, exactly. And you know, one day I'll change. Like I said, I eventually want to transition to more of like an acting lifestyle, or maybe makeup because I'm really like I love makeup. I'm really good with that. But for now, this is my fucking life, and I'm rolling with it. So you either take it as it is or you don't.
Let me ask you, and again, this is no disrespect. I don't understand the industry. My favorite porn star of all time transitioned to makeup. Is that a common thing girls do?
You
Do they?
know, I don't think so because a lot of women that I talk to are like, I don't know how to do my makeup. But I'm like, I love it. Like, I
True.
do my own makeup. So, I don't think it's really that much of a common thing. I don't think girls are like, I want to be a makeup artist. I don't think so.
Yeah. My favorite performer of all time is Gia Paloma, and I mean, you watch behind the scenes stuff and this and that, and you see her doing makeup, and you're like, holy shit, I love that chick. What is she doing there? She's been in
I'm
500 scenes.
crying.
What? You're crying?
That's great.
Oh, okay.
That's great. Like I'm crying as in like that's literally great.
Like the crying laughing face emoji.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know emotions. I have this
That's
illness.
fucking
It's mentally, yeah, I am pretty fucking stupid. Okay. All right, Shane, did you have any questions for Kiki?
I feel like I did, and it just slipped my mind when I brought
Sorry,
up the
I
laughing
just
face emoji.
kept fucking going.
You really ruined
I'm
the show.
crying.
How do you go with the name Kiki? Because Shane, do you mind if I plug it real quick?
Yeah, you can.
Shane's wife has an OnlyFans, and she also went with Kiki as her stage name.
Ooh.
So how did you decide on that? Did you have a dog named Kiki? Did you live on
I
Kiki Street?
didn't.
Okay.
Drake decided it for me.
We were joking. I was like, I'm gonna sing that, and Shane's like, oh, you want to come off like a douchebag? And I was like, no,
Yeah.
I guess I won't.
A little douchey. A little douchey.
Oh, big time douchey. My wife likes Drake, but she's Filipino, and in Tagalog, the Filipino language.
Means pussy.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, that's right.
There you go.
I guess she should know that. Yeah. Anytime a Filipino person meets you, they probably tell you like, "Oh, you know your name is Pussy, right?"
I get that. That's how I know because somebody Filipino told me that.
She doesn't speak Spanish, but she knows what is it? Tagalog.
I don't know it. I just know one word in Tagalog.
There you go. Okay. So you've yet to do a gangbang, huh? I thought that's kind of like right off the bat nowadays.
Yeah, I guess for girls who want to burn their name out quickly or outshoot themselves quickly.
See, I've heard we've heard two different theories on that, and both seem to make sense to me.
Same coin.
There you go. Some girls keep the stuff and hold it for longer, either whether it's in an interracial scene or a gangbang scene or whatever it is, and they hold it as long as they can, and then boom, there's your second wave, there's your Kill Bill, there's your Inglourious Bastards, your next wave of movies that are coming out. But then we've also talked to other girls who go, get it out right away, and you've built fans who know, like, this chick's a goer. This girl's, I mean, right off the bat, she's hardcore. And maybe not like the most hardcore, but so you decided to go with the other way. Was that your own choice? Was that advice from an agent? Was it because I've also heard both from agents, you know?
Like I said at the time, I think it was more financial for me, but as time got rolling and I got opportunities to shoot bigger and bigger scenes, then I was like, hell yeah.
Okay.
I like this.
Okay. All right. Okay, you don't have to name anyone, but it always interests me. Do you have a no list?
Yeah, I have about 2 or 3 people. Nothing against them, but I just draw boundaries sometimes, and it's okay. That's okay. So good luck to them. Hope they kill whatever they got going on. But I'd rather not work with you.
Is it just a chemistry thing with these people? Is it like a?
I wouldn't say chemistry
not
because
good. Yeah.
I wouldn't say chemistry or how the dick works. I would say based off like hygiene, and that is very, very important for me considering how many people we have sex with in the industry.
Sure.
So anything that has anything involved with STDs or throwing off pH balances, yeah.
Yo, men out there, you're shooting porn with the hottest women in the world. Just fucking clean yourself up. I will never understand that. In my day job, I gotta go to a fucking office and pound away at keys and then come home and interview beautiful people all night. I take a shower. Why can't you?
I showered before this.
Yeah, good for you, man. Hey, first one in a week. But I mean, that's a shame. That's really a shame. I also heard in an interview, what is something you have given up that you will not do in scenes anymore?
I don't know if I really like eating ass anymore. Maybe a girl. I'm cool with eating girls' ass, but guys, no.
Yeah, guys are gross, right?
Yeah, I think I think
You're
that's
past
on my
that.
no list. Yeah, I'm past that phase.
Sure, totally
Yeah,
understand. I
it's
respect
another
that.
part of the hygiene thing for me. Guys are just fucking gross.
God, if I had to shoot a porn scene, I would just be the cleanest. Like people would, like Kiki would come up to me and be like, "Oh, can we? This guy stinks like Irish Spring. Can we do something about this person? Look at it,
Are
his
you
hair."
are you Irish?
I am, but I was more referring to the soap that I would lather my body in. I wouldn't even wash it off. I'd be like, I'm shooting a scene with Kiki today, and they'd go, "You look fucking gruesome, dude. You are covered in soap." And I'd be like, "Well, look, she doesn't like gross guys, so trying to make her happy." I could never shoot porn. I would be an emotional wreck. I would be like, at the end, I'd be like, "Oh, by the way, Kiki, I just want you to know I love you, and thank you for shooting with me today." It would be terrible, a disaster.
By the way,
Sorry.
Kiki, I just told my wife I'm leaving her, and I've got my stuff in the car, and I'll see you tonight for dinner. All right?
Oh my god, I
And
made
Kiki,
chicken. I
Kiki
made
would go,
chicken.
"What's your fucking name again?" Okay, thank you. Have a good day. Um, okay, so look, moving forward. Oh, Shane, do you want to ask your fetish? If she's into it.
Oh yeah. Well, we've had so many say yes. I'm assuming by the fact that she didn't just say it right off the bat
She's
that it's
glam. She's gonna say no. I'm
yeah, it's
betting
gonna be
no.
a big
She's a
fat no.
beautiful glam girl that's on billboards in Times Square.
How do you like piss?
Um, Only with my personal partner.
Oh, cool. There you go. That's even
Yeah, and
better.
my personal life. I like honestly, I like anal in my personal life, and I'm with it. If I'm
There
in
you
love with
go.
you, then yeah, you can piss all over me.
There you go. She's a good gal.
There you go. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. That's a good answer. I'm not into piss whatsoever. I'm totally fine if you are. It's not my thing. Yeah. All right. Shane, did you have anything else for Kiki today?
The piss was the big one.
Okay. All right. Let's plug her and let's get her out of here. Did you have anything to say, Kiki? Do you have any questions for me? Please. I'm just kidding. Why would you ask me any questions? You're fucking,
I know.
you're a fucking Playboy Playmate, and I'm like, hey, just ask me a question. I have a green screen background. Okay.
I'm
Go
done. I like
Okay.
the bed in the background.
Yeah. This is my office. I set up my computer, I type, and then I go sleep midday. All right. Well, you can follow Kiki on Instagram, Kiki the Snack.
Yep.
I'm going to spell these out because our fans are illiterate. They are the
Stupid.
dumbest of the dumb. We love you. Anyway, you can follow her on Instagram, Kiki the Snack, KikiThesnack. You're going to go to Twitter and OnlyFans, twitter.com/onlyfans.com/Klout Kiki, KloutKiki. Many vids, just search it, Kiki Klout. And TikTok for now. Kiki the Snack, 2 Ks at the end. KikiThesnack. I got a good SAT score, so I know my spellings.
Hey.
Let me remind you, Kiki Klout right here. She was the 2022 Urban X Award winner for Rising Female Star. And if you're some weirdo in New Zealand, we love you still, but you're like sitting on a fucking yak somewhere, climbing up a mountain, reading the June 2022 Playboy. This is the Playmate that's on the cover, which was, by the way, let me say, a gorgeous shoot.
Thank you.
The pink and it was good. There's something, what I love about you, and let me say this is going to sound really awkward. This is because I'm on my third beer. And all I ate was roasted vegetables for lunch. You seem like you have this look like you're a little bit like, I could be fucking fiery if I want to be.
Oh my god, don't try me.
You're so, but you're nailing the glam thing. You really are. Like I look at Kiki and I go like, oh, if there's a smirk you have where I'm like, oh, she's got that fire behind her. But if it was just a normal smile with your eyes wide open, I'd be like, oh, this is like a fashion model. Like, But the nice thing is you can watch this fashion model on Pornhub take dick. And I think that's awesome. And we appreciate you very much for coming on today, Kiki. Thank you very much.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you for having me. And can't wait to see when the show's up.
There you go.